I'm Gordon Huie. I'm a volunteer here at the Intrepid Museum. Been here for almost 3 years. What makes me unique is that I'm also very well connected to the 9/11 attacks of New York City. I'm the only recorded triple in the history of the world as related to the attacks of 9/11 2001. Those three things that make me a triple is I'm a survivor, I'm a family member. I lost my sister Susan in Tower 1, and I'm a rescue worker. I was sewing people back together on a hard conference room table that fateful morning. September 11, 2001, see the towers on fire. As I got to the base of Tower 2 came down. When I came to my senses, I went to Beekman Hospital. I figured the best thing I can do is go into their operating room, assist their surgeons in saving life and limb. I don't work at Beekman, I don't have privileges there, but I figured that's the best place that I can be. They didn't need me, but they needed all the medical professionals to come off the street because the rest of the hospital is in dire need of medical support. So they gave me the 4th floor conference room, and on the 4th floor conference room, it's just as you picture, large conference room table, large room, chairs, and it's empty, except for myself and one patient at a time. New York City is a modern metropolis, and we expect to have modern medical centers in a modern metropolis. Well, it was very surreal that day because on that hard conference room table with no sheet or mattress, I started to sew people back together. I'm normally in hospital equipment, spacesuit basically, and here I am. I was in a suit, I took off my jacket, had a shirt and tie on, not even wearing a mask, and just had sterile gloves as I'm leaning over a patient, sewing them, putting them back together. I'm used to having a staff with me. I'm used to having at least a nurse, a technician. I didn't even have a janitor. It was just me and one patient. It was just total silence in the room. By noon, they weren't sending more patients to me. I just assumed that because of our proximity to ground zero, that we were saturated, that they were diverting ambulances to the other 4 boroughs of New York City. It never dawned upon me that they weren't sending any more patients to me was because there was just no more survivors coming in. My dad, who resides in New Jersey, he knew that of all 5 boroughs of New York City, there's only one logical place I would seek refuge, and that would be at the church in Chinatown. He has a landline, the church has a landline, so he was able to call through because all cell phones, regardless of who your carrier was, you just lost cell service when Tower 1 was struck. But because he was able to call through at 8:20 that evening, he was able to inform me that my sister Susan was in the World Trade Center. Sis didn't work there. She was there for a 2-day meeting, of which the second day never came. Yeah, I still miss Sis quite a bit. I still miss her a lot. But the Intrepid welcomed me in as a veteran, and because I suffer from PTSD, and I find that the more I help other people, the more I volunteer, it helps me decompress from that really full plate of being a triple of New York City. And in coming to the Intrepid, I'm not Navy, I'm Army, and then many years later became Air Force. But the Intrepid welcomed me in as a veteran, and I utilized my background to help guests over here. But very importantly is because you also have the 9/11 memorial here. On September 11, 2001, we lost 2,749 people. 1,100 bodies were never recovered. So it is our strong beliefs that our loved ones, their bodies were vaporized, had become dust, and their bodies have become one with the steel. But what I ask is, don't treat it as a statue. Don't treat it as a reminder of the attacks of September 11, 2001. When you're in the presence of this sacred steel, we ask that you treat it as a cemetery. Give it the utmost respect because this is where our loved ones are right now. They're inside this steel. They don't have a voice, and I'm here to give them that voice. What many people don't realize is what the Intrepid Museum played. When the towers came down, it exploded out sideways. It had a 4-block kill radius. One of the structures that was involved was it wiped out the New York headquarters for the FBI. For those of you who don't know who the FBI is, they're pretty much the federal police. So they needed a base to do all their investigation. They took over the Intrepid. They brought in about 500 field agents, and they answered about 500,000 phone calls. They had to find out who attacked us, why they attacked us, who died, how did they die, why did they die. All these circumstances, they had to find all that and it came out of our Intrepid Museum. The 9/11 Commission report, the official report indicating who attacked us, straight from Washington itself, the official 9/11 Commission report. All those facts, all that information came from the Intrepid Museum. That's how important the Intrepid Museum is. Super duper important.